Good morning, Stephanie here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for joining me. Today I am going to do this eyeshadow look. It was inspired by Lauren Mae Beauty. Thank you, Lauren Mae, because you have amazing, amazing styles. So she did a video about her makeup collection. It was a tag by Georgia Harris. But anyways, she had the most beautiful eyeshadow look. And if you watched my last video, it was an unboxing for this palette, which is the Dose of Colors EyesCream palette. This palette is beautiful. And I wanted to do a look inspired by that look. So if you want to see how to get this look, keep on watching. And I actually got a new lens. It is the Nifty 50 Canon lens for my camera. So we're going to try and do this with this lens. Hopefully the video turns out a little bit better so you can see closer what I'm doing with my look. Fingers crossed. Of course, I'm going to get the hubby man to help me because he's the expert. Don't forget, if you like this video, if you like what you see, please give it a solid thumbs up. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and it'll notify you every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's get into this look. Okay, so I've got the photo right here that I'm going to be working from, and I do believe that she had a different eyeliner that helped with creating a sparkle in the blue. I don't have that today, so it's obviously going to look different. It's going to look different on my eyes anyways because we don't have the same eye shape, you know, that type of thing. I believe most likely the first color she went in with is this color, which is Berries and Cream, and she probably did that all over her lid. So I'm going to take my fluffy Morphe brush and I'm just going to dip into that and swipe that all over the lid. And if you watched my last video where I actually unboxed this palette, that color is almost identical to my skin color. So it's really not showing up a whole lot on my eyelids, but it is providing like a foundation for the rest of the colors. Okay, and it actually looks like more on the outside of her crease. She went in with the color Blueberry Swirl. So, and I think I might deviate from that a little bit just because my eyes are becoming more and more hooded. You might not see that color as much, so I might bring it up just a tad bit more than she did. And I'm taking my smaller Morphe brush, the M505, and I'm just going to use that in this color. And as you can tell, I'm focusing that more on the outer crease and up toward the brow bone. Then on the inner crease, I want to kind of keep it more outside. That's how her look came out, and it actually looks like it brings the eyes up. So, and I really like that look, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to not bring it in to the inside. I'm just going to keep it more out. Let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. It looks pretty well blended. It actually does look like she went over the top a tiny bit with that color Cone. I just want to take a look here. It does. Okay, so I'm going to take my Real Techniques Defining Crease brush, and honestly I don't like using this on my crease because it's scratchy and I don't know, I'm not big into creating pain for myself. So I generally use it more for like brow bone just because it's a good sharp tip. So I'm just going to run just a tiny bit of this cone color just above, near my brow bone. And I know most people usually highlight that, but we're just trying to keep in with the theme. Give it a little dimension. And I'm just using the tiniest bit. Okay, so I took my Morphe brush and I just blended those in a little bit just so that they would be more seamless. And I think it does give it a little bit of dimension, so far so good. And now we're gonna get into the fun colors, which is what I'm super excited about. So the next color I'm gonna use is Lavender Honey. And God, this color is so beautiful. It's just like, oh, it's so pretty. And it screams Easter. And Easter's coming up. I'm gonna put that on the outside corner. Wow, that is really pretty. Even though this is a matte, I'm using my finger just because I want it to be as vibrant as I can possibly get it. So I'm just gonna go in a little bit more. And of course we're gonna use a brush to blend this out and up. Oh, it's so pretty. And I'm not really sure if Lauren Mae used an eyeshadow base or not. I just used concealer and set it with translucent powder, so that's pretty much all I'm using, and it's still coming out very vibrant. So that's definitely a thumbs up for this palette. If I buy a vibrant palette, I definitely want it to show up. And don't get me wrong, there's something to be said for being able to build up color, you know, gradually, and that's fine, but I don't have the patience for that. I want it to show up. So this is really beautiful and it shows up really well. I'm loving this palette. It's actually a very practical, functional palette, believe it or not, because you have all of these neutrals over here that you can create a neutral look, and then you have these little bright pastel colors that, you know, aren't so in your face that people are going to be shocked when they see them. They're not like neon pink and red, and you know, they're just pretty soft colors. I love this palette. I'm so happy with this palette. I'm going to take my smaller Morphe brush. This is the M507, and I'm going to dip into that Lavender Honey again. I'm just going to work this up just a little bit. And I love that this has a fairly pointed tip on it, and you can kind of do a little better detail with it. I was worried it was going to get a little bit muddied up when I added that Lavender Honey over the Blueberry Swirl color, but it's actually blending in quite nicely. Of course, this eye always poses more of a challenge. But where will we be in life if we didn't have challenges, right? Okay, and I'm just going to take a clean, smaller, fluffy brush and just kind of blend that just the tiniest bit so it doesn't look patchy. Okay, so now we're going to go in with this mint chip color, which is so beautiful. I love it. So I'm just going to use my finger and do the inner corner of my eye with that. Oh, it's such a fun color. This color is very smooth and creamy. Oh, so pretty. It's really beautiful. With my new lens, you can see it better, hopefully. These colors are just so unique and beautiful. It's such a refreshing look. And I'm just gonna blend these in together a little bit so that there's no sharp edges. Take some of that green. Actually, I think I'm going to take some of the purple and blend it up into the green. Wow, that's really nice. Okay, well, I really like the way that this is looking so far. It is really fresh and it has that spring vibe to it, which is what I'm loving right now, because today is the first day that it is potentially going to be the high 60s. So I'm so excited. People are starting to put their flowers out. This is really what I was kind of hoping to go for right now, just that spring vibe. I will say something that I noticed when Lauren Mae did this look is that she used a almost pastel lime green for this also. Now, there's no pastel lime green in that palette, so I have something. I'll be right back. That's not gonna work. Well, crap. That won't work. And that's too green. It's too dark. Too dark, too light. Too dark, too light. Too dark, too light. Yes, okay. So funny thing. I was out one time and I found this. It was a trio of green eyeshadows, and I found it at one of our local, you know, just like clearance shops, drugstore places. And I thought, for I think it was $2 that I got it for, and one of the colors in there was this color, and I depotted this last night, and of course the pans are just really flimsy tin, so didn't come out that well, but I still love the color. So this color ought to be perfect, and I'm sorry that I can't give you a description of where to find this, but I'll tell you, probably the ColourPop Just My Luck palette would be great for this. And I'm just going to use that in the inner corner to kind of brighten it up. And I think that Just My Luck palette has a really nice bright lime green shade. This is definitely one of those eyeshadows that you get what you pay for. Okay, since I wanted this to show up a lot more, I went ahead and added a little glycerin to the powder that was coming off the eyeshadow, because quite frankly it was falling apart. I bent the pan up so badly on that thing trying to depot it that, I don't know, it's worth salvaging, but you know, it's probably gonna go quickly. I mean, you know, hey. Anyways, I've created a little paste with this. I'm carefully just gonna dab that and see if it shows up better. And honestly, it might just be the shadow itself. Let's see, is that better? Yeah, you can see that better, for sure. And I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the cone and run it under my lower lash line with my Real Techniques brush. And then I'm gonna take some more of the Lavender Honey and just take a more precise brush and run that up tighter to the lash line. Awesome. Okay, so I'm super stoked about how this look is coming out. It's beautiful, bright, happy, tulips and Easter eggs look. So I'm gonna jump off camera and I'm gonna throw on some eyeliner and a little bit of mascara, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. Okay, so I'm back and here's the finished look. I'm really happy with the way this came out, and I'm really thankful to Lauren Mae for bringing this palette up and suggesting it and recommending it, because honestly, it's a beautiful palette. I love it. The colors are just beautiful. They work well on your eyes. I mean, look at that. You can't argue with that. That's just, they're gorgeous. And I was just super pleasantly surprised with the quality of this palette. I guess I shouldn't say I'm surprised. I mean, it is, you know, generally more expensive than some of the palettes that I bought recently, but well worth the money. Well worth the money. If you want to pick it up, like I said in my prior video, I would highly recommend you get it soon, because again, it's a limited edition, so unfortunately that means that it may not be in production much longer, and if you can get your hands on it now, I would definitely recommend it. So anyways, I hope you like the look. Thank you, Lauren Mae Beauty, for inspiring this, and thank you for joining me. Hopefully you like the way the new lens looks, at least for the tutorial part of my videos. I'm pretty happy with it. We're gonna have to tweak some things, obviously. And don't forget, if you like this video, please give it a hearty thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll let you know when I'm uploading new videos. On that note, I'm gonna try and get out of the house and maybe go pick up some flowers, even though you're not supposed to plant before Memorial Day. I can never wait. I can never wait that long. So I'm gonna go enjoy this sunny afternoon. I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Wanna move my feet.